Again, has a 2-touchdown lead in today's game, both touchdowns in the first quarter from Jack Dennehy. Who I believe, George, has he already had 100 yards receiving in today's game? He had an 86-yard touchdown already.
Yeah, I think he had 98 yards in the first quarter.
It's an unbelievable start. Ollentine in the shotgun. 2 receivers to the right, a single wide out to his left. That's his Dennehy. He's going to drop it off to a running back, though, and they're going to lose maybe about 3 yards back to the 10. So Gordon caught it out of the backfield, but quick reaction by the defense there to bring Gordon down in a hurry.
And that was the Princeton High combination there of Mike Ollentine to his classmate and teammate there, Josh Gordon.
So it'll be a 3rd down and very long here, about 13 yards to go to the first down marker. The ball spotted at the east 10-yard line on the near hash mark with the first down marker up at the 23. Ollentine under center, backs in an eye, slot to his left. Gets the snap, fakes the handoff to Gordon. Now he's going to try and go deep down the far sideline. It's a sitting duck, but Dennehy going to come back and get it. Great play by the wide receiver as he now definitely has eclipsed the 100-yard mark.
Well, actually,
but that ball was just floating up there, and eventually the receiver came back to make the grab.
Yeah, I missed to calculate that first quarter. He had 111 yards there. And now with that big reception,
he's got to be close to about 150.
That brings him from the, what was it, the 10 out to about the...
to the 36-yard line, so a 26-yard gain.
Yards, that's about 137 yards.
Well, we know who's making an early case for MVP of tonight's game, offensive. So first down and 10 at their own 41. East team going to hand it off into the backfield this time, and churning his way forward is Dan Donasso. Gain of about 3 on the carry for the versatile weapon out of Steinert High.
A lot of weapons on this offense for the East, you know, between Donasso, you got Newland, the quarterback, who threw for 1,500 yards. You got Donasso, who had an outstanding season at Steinert this past season. He ran for 544 yards. And there's some great talent. And next year's game, with some of the talent that's juniors going to be moving into their senior year, already looking forward to Robert Wiggs. He had 62 catches this year.
Yeah, he is a really explosive player. Big run here on second down and cutting to the far side of the field across the 35 down to the 30 and 25. Goes the East running back, and he is going to be finally brought out of bounds all the way down at the 24-yard line.
Catch that number. It went by me so fast I couldn't.
That is going to be Dan Donasso out of the backfield again.
From Steinert again.
Andre Jordan there to push him out of bounds. So that was a big run there for the East. It's going to take him down again to the west 24-yard line, in position to tack on more points with 7.5 minutes remaining in the first half, leading 13-0. Ollentine going to hand it off to Sean Reed out of the backfield. Nice sidestep back into the middle of the field. He gets it across the 20 down to the 18. And Reed going to be brought down there for a gain of about 7. So it'll be a gain of 6, so about 4 more yards to go here for the first down. 2nd and 4 coming up from the 19.
At the 19? Yeah, we're at the 19. Okay.
This first half has just completely flown by. So we are down to 6:53 remaining in the second quarter. Again, 13-0 East, looking to add on. 2nd down and 4 coming out of the backfield, but not much there. It's going to be Gary Sharp on the carry this time, and he's only going to pick up about a yard. But again, every inch counts here, as it's now a 3rd down and about 3 to go, with the first down marker coming up at the East 14. The fans trying to support each team. Ollentine under center again, backs in an eye, single receiver to his left is Jack Dennehy. It's also the short side of the field As Ollentine hands it off into the backfield to Sharp again. He's going to try and hammer his way through the line with no luck. Gets up to about the 16-yard line. A yard and a half shy of the first down marker. A gain of about 1.5, 2 yards.
Trying to catch the numbers on some of those defensive linemen. Looks like you
Good
got
luck.
Anthony Donadio from Montgomery, Chris Smith from Montgomery. Probably Angelo Persicelli, who had a great career.
See Shane Wilson out there as well, out of North Hunterdon.
TJ Sprague, is he out there from South Hunterdon?
No, I do see Rico Burton, though, out of Trenton.
Rico Burton, he was a scholar athlete for the Tornadoes this year.
They're playing in the right defensive end
unfortunately,
position.
the Tornadoes didn't put up a lot of, I think they only had, what, 1 or 2 wins? And, they didn't get a lot of the notoriety, but Rico Burton certainly was a hard-nosed player. From everything coming out of the Tornadoes camp, their linemen are already working hard. And
are we thinking that maybe this is this
might be
this is going to be the year for the rebirth of the Tornadoes?
There's a lot of hope that all the excitement won't be coming out of Tornado Alley this year. It may be coming out of the Tornado Gridiron.
All right, well, we have a timeout on the field here with 5:17 remaining in the first half of play here in the 2010 Sunshine Football Classic, presented to you by WBCB Sports. If you'd like to follow our broadcast, we do have many different assets of broadcast or sporting events that we broadcast on the BCB Sports Network, such as Babe Ruth tournaments, which are going to be coming up not this weekend, but the following weekend. We'll have both the Nottingham and Hamilton 15-year-old Babe Ruth teams, and also covering American Legion next Wednesday and Thursday on our internet website, WBCB1490.com. You can log on there to check out live action of local Mercer County American Legion baseball. And our schedule available on that website as well. You can also fan us on Facebook at the WBCB Sports Network. I mean, the entire world is on Facebook, so we are now too. Every day we'll post who our guests are on the sports-specific talk shows, what events we have coming up in the local community, and where you can hear them, whether it's here on 91.3 FM WTSR, over on the mother station 1490 WBCB, or online only at WBCB1490.com. We've always got something going on in the local sports scene. 5:17 remaining here in the first half. Timeout has come to a close, and the East is going to return to the field here, looking to pad onto their lead. They're going to go for it on a 4th down. Sean Reed going to come as the tailback in a power running formation with Ollentine under center, pushes forward, and the quarterback sneak going to get exactly what they needed, about 3 yards and a first down.
Looks like Ollentine takes him down to just over the 10, right?
No, just over the 15. He's at about the 13-yard line right now.
Okay.
So we get another first down and 10 coming up.
You got to give credit to some of these offensive linemen that are doing an outstanding job. You got Jerome Roach from Florence. It looks like he's one of the guys up there. David Calvez from West Windsor South. Jake Everett from West Windsor North. And it looks like I see Rafal Close up there from Nottingham. I'm trying to, again, it's difficult to look at from all these numbers. David Anthony was another offensive lineman they were relying on a lot from Bordentown.
We get another timeout called on the field. This time it's going to be taken by the West team, who is again trailing 13-0, and this is a critical point in the game for them as they need to stop the East from getting a touchdown here, keep this at a 2-score game. They want to get the ball back in this quarter, maybe go down and score, at least come away with 3 and get themselves into this football game offensively. But tonight's broadcast here on 91.3 FM is being brought to you as a public service to the community by Haldeman Ford, right on Route 33 in Hamilton Township. Service hours are Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And Saturday also some hours available as well, but they're open late Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, 7:30 a.m. till 8 p.m. Mondays from 7:30 till 5, and Saturdays from 8 till 4. Stop in for your complete brake services. Their price only $179.95, and that includes pads, rotor or drum resurfacing, and all installation labor. It'll also come with a free lifetime rotation with the purchase of 4 tires. That's Haldeman Ford, Route 33 in Hamilton Township. So we will resume play here again. It will be a first down and 10 from the 13-yard line. East team looking to pad on more to their lead. Ollentine from under center going to hand off the ball to Reed. Cuts around the left side of the line up to about the 10. And he is going to be brought down there. Gain of about 4 on the carry. And in on the tackle is going to be TJ Sprague.
It looks like Reed's already gotten inside the 10-yard line here.
He did. It'll be a 1st and goal to go situation. The ball going to be spotted at the 9. So, sorry, not a goal to go situation. It'll be a 2nd down and 6 to go, as they can still pick up the 1st down at the 3-yard line.
44 yards I got for Sean Reed already on 7 carries.
Here's another handoff to Reed. Tries to weave his way back into the middle of the line, but a flag thrown, as you said, George. And didn't really gain anything on the carry here. We'll have to wait and see what the signal is from our officials.
Flags came from the opposite side of the field, looking for referee George Waugh's signal. Is it offside? Some type of motion penalty?
Holding penalty is what the call is going to be. And we have an injured player as well down on the field for the East team. Didn't even really see that. He was on the far side of the line. That may even be Sean Reed, the ball carrier. Right now I'm unable to find him in the huddle. Well, what we will do is step out for a quick commercial break. We'll return and get you updated on the injury and resume with more action right after these messages here on 91.3 FM WTSR.
Whoever thought a hospital would offer free prostate cancer screenings for men? Capital Health did. Whether you have insurance or not, Capital Health offers free screenings to all men in our community. Early detection can save lives, and Capital Health is the only hospital in the region to offer a full range of prostate cancer therapies and is a member of the prestigious University of Pennsylvania Cancer Network. Capital Health, minds advancing medicine.
Merrill Reese here to remind you that today's game is being brought to you in support of the Hamilton Township community by Haldeman Ford on Route 33. Haldeman Ford, here yesterday, here today, and here tomorrow. For over 30 years, Haldeman Ford has been supporting our local Hamilton Township and Mercer County community events. For sales, service, parts, and bodywork, you can count on the award-winning staff at Haldeman Ford, Route 33 in Hamilton Township.
And welcome back here to Lions Stadium. Our injured player up on his feet and walking off the field, and I do believe it was Sean Reed kind of missed him as he went out with the help of one of the trainers, but now walking under his own power. And we're going to see Gary Sharp check in, so that will further kind of confirm that it was Reed who went down.
Yeah, it's tough up here, Dan. You know, this is
a beautiful facility, but
it's a great facility. You know, you got to remember when you were up here. You know, we're used to the high school press boxes where the fields aren't as big as this, and
we're only bleachers, 20 yards from the field.
We're only about 10 rows up in the bleachers. Here we got to be about 35 rows up in the bleachers, and it's tough to pick out these numbers. It's like being at an NFL, like being at the press box at the old Giant Stadium, on top of the light standards.
We have a 2nd down and long, and Ollentine going to air it out over the middle. The ball going to fall just incomplete in front of his intended target, who I don't think knew the ball was coming his way. Jamil Robinson probably could have made a play on that one here with 3:25 to go in the first half.
Yeah, I think
and see, now I'm confused because we had a 14-0 on the scoreboard here for the longest time after that 2nd touchdown. For the first half of this 2nd quarter, they had changed it to 13-0.
That's what I thought.
And now it's back to 14-0 again.
Yeah, it's got to be 14 because I thought that Veaton was good on both of his plays.
Yeah, I mean, they both look perfect.
I
as we
thought
get another
maybe I missed
timeout.
something. Maybe I fallen asleep or something for a second.
I hope not.
You hate to do that in the first game of the season. But now, like it.
And this has really kind of grinded our action to a halt here as we've gotten 3 timeouts and an injury within the past minute of game action.
Maybe it's because they heard us say that the first half was flying by, so they want to delay it a little bit, or at least prolong the game somewhat.
Well, while we have a break in the action, I'll remind you again that the official game sponsor for the 2010 Sunshine Football Classic is Fisher Capital Corporation, LLC, an affiliate of Kohlberg, Kravis, Roberts & Company, Fisher Capital Corporation, LLC, is recognized for their leadership in the world of investments. Tonight, with their sponsorship of the Sunshine Football Classic, they have demonstrated that their corporate leadership also extends to the needs of the community as well. Through their generosity, the Sunshine Football Classic will be able to continue their mission of kids helping kids. That's Fisher Capital Corporation, LLC.
You know, Jim Fisher has done an outstanding job in support of the Delaware Valley Football Hall of Fame chapter and all the high school and the athletes that are supported by that chapter.
Olentine spins out of the way of a sack. He's now going to just lob one up and hope for the best. It's intercepted. And coming up with the big pick is going to be Andre Jordan, intercepting that one in the end zone in front of the intended target. Nice play there for the player out of Pennington High. Or sorry, Pennington School, I should say.
You know, Olentine rolled out. He avoided a potential sack back there and had some room in front of him. And he was trying to throw on the run day, and I don't think he was really at his feet set. And it didn't look like he got off a very strong pass. Of course, he threw it into an intended receiver who was.
And now we have some complaint from the East coaching staff as they're out at the middle of the field protesting something. I don't know what happened, but
looks like
Todd Smith wasn't happy about something, and they let the officials know.
It's easy to spot Todd Smith out there. Of course, he's wearing a black shirt now, but he's always one of the tallest guys out there.
Yeah, you can tell he's a former offensive lineman. So we have a timeout here now as our officials are talking with one another at the 20-yard line, which would be where the ball would be spotted if the interception were to stand, as Jordan was tackled in the end zone, bringing it out to the, as a touchback, it brings it out to the 20 automatically. But now they sit and talk, and it further confounds the rest of us watching the game as to what's happening.
Well, referee George Watt trying to sort all this out. He's conferring there with his crew of officials, Greg Bellotti and Ernie Coluccio and Joe Bellina back there.
Well, it looks like the interception and touchback are going to stand. I just want to see us get back to some action here. We've had a great game so far, but this
seems like a half an hour ago. I looked up at the clock and
it said 4:20
we were
or
at
something.
4:20. Now we look up and it's only 3:17.
Yeah, it really has.
Maybe we, you know why? We probably jinxed it, Dan, when we said how quickly this game was moving. We put the jinx on it.
And we still don't have a decision down on the field.
Tonight's a good night, though. It's a great crowd out here.
Great weather as well.
Got a chance to see some of some longtime friends. The Ewing delegation is here tonight to support Craig Wood, who's the honorary coach for the West team. Craig, you know, the Wood family has been, it's an interesting story. The Wood family has been part of Mercer County football in one way or another, going back into the 20s. When Craig's dad, Dick Wood, was a player at Princeton High School, then went on to play here at what was then Trenton State College, and then after college went back and coached at Princeton High School, became the head coach at Princeton High School in the mid-50s after Joe Gingoli stepped down. Craig and his two brothers all played football. Craig went on to play at Salem College in West Virginia, while his father continued to coach in Mercer County. Craig returned and was part of Ewing's staff under Bruce Martz, then became the head coach, and he's still part of, and now he's a football official as well. So in one way or another, the Wood family, and Craig Wood in particular, has been part of Mercer County football. I'd say a good, we're talking about over 80 years.
That's very impressive.
That's an amazing legacy for that family. And tonight, here to support Craig are a lot of his former football his fellow assistant coaches, guys like Terry Martin, Anthony Messina, Jim Kowalski, and of course the former head coach of the Ewing Blue Devils is here, Bruce Martz, assistant Roger Rima.
All right, well, we want to get back to the action on the field. Our officials have officially reversed the decision, and they are going to kick the red offense off the field, bring the blue offense back out. and move the chains way back down inside the 10-yard line.
Oh, so the play is negated, and it's a penalty on the West defense, right?
I assume so. There's no explanation. This isn't like the NFL where we have our officials mic'd up. We'll have to wait and try and get word on that at halftime. And now we're going to get another timeout called. So this one continues to grind into a halt and destroy any action here for the fans. We're going to step out for another quick commercial. Right, and that's no estimate. I mean, that's no exaggeration. So 3:17 on the clock. It'll be a 3rd down and about 7 to go. Ball spotted at the 12-yard line. Olentan under center, slot to his left. Backs in an eye again. Reel and Reed in the tailback spot. Fakes the hand off. The pass going to come over to the right. That's Reel, who will cross the 5 and take it down to the 3. And I apologize, that was not Sean Reed in the backfield. That was instead Dan Donasso as the tailback, but Reel did make the catch and take it down to the 3.
It's good to see Mike Reel getting a chance to show his multi-talents. You know, at Hamilton last year, he primarily did a lot of the inside running and a lot of the blocking, but here he's got a chance to roll out of the backfield and show that he's also got good hands and can catch a ball and pick up some yards.
It'll be a 1st and goal from 4 yards out for the East. Olentan under center, 2 fullback set with, I believe, Trevor Barsamian checking in for the East. We'll check on that in a second. Donasso gets the handoff out of the tailback spot, stumbles as he crosses the line of scrimmage. Gain of only about 1, but we do have a flag down.
I think we're down to about the 3.
At the 3, but who knows where we'll go with this penalty. And Trevor Barsamian, a running back out of Princeton, was in at the fullback spot there, George. One of the more impressive big men that you'll see. He's built more like a defensive lineman or linebacker at 200 and, well, according to the rosters, he's 250 pounds, 5'11". But the guy really has some speed. Once he gets his legs going, he can keep on moving and actually pull away from some other defenders.
Yeah, he
very unique player. You don't see many guys like with his abilities.
And he's a hard-nosed player. He's a good student of the game. He's going to Franklin and Marshall. And he did an excellent job for the Little Tigers. And a lot of the load on the offense fell on his shoulders when Josh Gordon got hurt, basically.
And he, to his credit, didn't let them slack much at all. 2:15 to go in this first half. Olentan, the snap from under center, hands it off to Donasso, who's tackled immediately in the backfield. And coming up, fired up, is Shane Wilson out of North Hunterdon after making the tackle behind the line of scrimmage.
Shane Wilson got off that block real quick and was able to run right into Sean Reed almost before Reed took the handoff.
Down into the final 2 minutes of the first half. And just as we cross the 8 o'clock hour, I do want to remind you that you are listening to the 2010 Sunshine Football Classic on 91.3 FM, WTSR, Trenton, New Jersey. 1:31 remaining in the first half. Olentan going to come from the shotgun this time. The Princeton quarterback has a running back to his right, single receiver to the left, and a slot to the right. He's going to look left into the corner of the end zone. Leaping attempt at the catch is going to fall incomplete, as that one was intended in the corner for Jamil Robinson. So the clock stopped here at 1:17. It'll be a 3rd down and goal from the 15-yard line. Blue team back from the sideline into the huddle to talk out their next plan. Olentan breaks the huddle and heads back up to the shotgun, standing at the 20-yard line of the West, looking for a 3rd East touchdown in this first half. Slot this time to the left. Whistle's going to stop the play dead. Looks like we had some early movement or possibly a delay of game. Delay of game is going to be the call against the East, so that'll be a 5-yard penalty against them. It'll back the ball back up to the 20-yard line. Just on the outside of the 20-yard line, so You want to say, you could say it's a 3rd down and goal from the 21.
Can't get this last minute and 15 seconds over with quick enough to get the teams back in their locker room and get a fresh start here in the second half. This game is quickly starting to
I'm sure quite a few players
deteriorate.
lost their focus too after action like that. Olentine gets the snap, 3rd and long, puts it over the middle, and this one nearly intercepted as it falls incomplete in the middle of the end zone. There to make the play was Eric Trost out of Notre Dame, and we know him very well. Had a nice season for the Notre Dame Irish, Chappie Moore and John McKenna.
Yeah, Eric had an outstanding year. And
especially for a guy they weren't so sure was going to be able to take on a starting role.
he really stepped up big for the Irish this year.
One of the biggest playmakers on the team, and looking forward to getting back over there to Monsignor Walter Nolan Field for those Friday nights under the lights this upcoming football season.
On a turf field.
On a turf field, that's right. They did get the new
Irish will have turf this year. This is Brian Veaton attempting what looks to be a 37-yard field goal.
Yeah, the ball spotted at the 27. It's down, the kick is up, and it is no good. Gonna end up wide right. So Veaton, again, the ball kicked at the 27, but you add 10 yards for the high school kick, and that makes it 37. Sails wide right, giving the West team the ball back with 1:10 to go. Maybe a couple deep looks downfield, and they might be able to pick up a score. And George, you know what I just realized? This entire quarter has gone by. This is the first possession for the West in this quarter.
Yeah, because they had the opening play was a 4th down,
and they lost it at the
2-yard line. They lost it on the they got stopped on a run by David Agbayana, and the East took the ball and continued it from that.
For about 99 yards, or sorry, they probably went about 88 before they got backed up 6 and then backed up 5 and backed up
almost,
5 more.
Almost what, 13 minutes?
Yeah. Here's the snap. Handoff going to go into the backfield to Abenaya, and he is going to be brought down almost immediately. It's going to be a loss of quite a bit as Drew Semple, the Hopewell quarterback, in here now to play. Clock under 1 minute and counting with 55 seconds remaining. I'm sure the thought process there was fake the pass and hand off to Agbanaya, and maybe he can make a move or two with his speed. He could get downfield in a hurry, but no success as the East defense did not bite. Keith Sherman going to be the single tailback now. 2 receivers spread out to the right of Semple. 1 lone receiver on the short side of the field to his left. Pitch goes to Sherman, turns the corner, gets a nice block from his receiver and heads out of bounds at the 22. So a gain of about 5 yards on the carry. But since they lost so many yards on the first down carry, it's still only going to be 2nd down and 7.
Last time we saw Keith Sherman carrying the ball was what, at back the 2nd week in we were up at Neptune. Keith Sherman.
I wasn't there. We saw him running against Notre Dame. Was that week 1 or week 3? I thought it was later than that.
Yeah, but I'm talking about the playoff game. We saw him in a playoff game with Neptune. He was coming back from that injury.
Gets the carry here, takes it up to the 30-yard line, and that was Abenaya on the carry. Gain of 6, just shy of a 1st down at the 30.
We were talking about Trevor Barsamian. His talent as an offensive player. I don't know where he was so valuable at, but I mean he's got a couple of options to play in college at Franklin and Marshall. Whether they're going to play him at linebacker because he can run the ball, and as you said, Dan, he's got excellent speed.
Well, here we go with 12 seconds left on the first half clock. Semple out of the shotgun gets the snap, and it's going to be another running play to Abenaya. Cuts it across the 35 up to the 40. Stays on his feet now across the 45 to the 50, and that's where he will come down. Pretty much the East going to go into a prevent defense with 4 defensive backs about 15 yards away from the line of scrimmage. Or sorry, a little bit further, make it 20 yards away. From under center is Drew Semple. Abenaya in motion. Sherman gets reset. They fake the handoff, pitch into the backfield, and now the lefty going to look to throw it, bounces bounces it off of a defender, and it goes out of bounds. And a flag going to be thrown, maybe a late hit, as Justin Burke was run out of bounds.
Looked like that was Jordan Diaz, and it looked like what happened was that they were attempting to pass. It hit Jordan Diaz, and the ball was still in play, and Diaz was just pursuing it to make sure that it wasn't being, ruled a fumble. And as he ran up the sidelines, ran into one of the West players, who then gave him a shove. And the referee was right on the play and immediately threw the flag. I think the best thing we can do now is get this last second off and get the teams and the officials back to the locker rooms and just refocus for the second half. Princeton moved over to the east this year was because Bridgewater came in and added another school.
Second half is underway as Veton sent this one sailing all the way down to the goal line, and now on the return, breaking away and headed all the way across the 20, the 15, 10, 5, touchdown. What a play. As bursting from his own end zone, it looked to be Nick Brackett, but he is normally not a return man. We're going to have to wait and try and get a clearer view of the jersey.
Again, I couldn't see that because it was from the far side of the field.
That's going to be Conrad Mims.
Sorry,
Teddy Foley. I apologize. It was Teddy Foley.
Teddy Foley from Trenton High, who unfortunately the last couple of years hasn't had a lot of big, opportunity for. He's had some big plays. He just hasn't had some big wins, and that's a great performance. We'll have to check with Kevin Maloney to see if he's got about a distance on that one.
I'd say that one was about 95 yards, 96 yards in that area there, as he caught it just inside of his own 10-yard line and brought it all the way down the field. Great hustle there by Foley to get the West on the board. 14-6 the score as their kicker comes out here to try and get them within 7 points. This will be Dylan Kelly out of PDS. The ball snaps, spotted, the kick is up, and it is good. 14-7 the score. The West going to get another chance that marched right down the field, as it only took them 13 seconds to get into the end zone here in the third quarter. They trail by 7, but again get the ball coming back to them thanks to that weird rule we were talking about just before this second half started.
Am I confused on that rule? Do you have to be down by 9 to get it back, or just any?
9 or more.
Okay.
So the teams will meet for a quick huddle up before the kickoff, and as they do that, we will remind you once again that today's game is being brought to you by Fisher Capital Corporation, LLC, the official game sponsor for the 2010 Sunshine Football Classic. They are an affiliate of Kohlberg, Kravis, Roberts & Company. Fisher Capital Corporation, LLC, recognized for their leadership in the world of investments. So the teams come back out onto the field, and it will not be the case where the West receives, as they will get set to kick it off. So that's from the game's organizer. Maybe after that touchdown you still need to be down by 9 or more is what the rule is.
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
But the way we were explained it before the game was just 9 points or more. If you score a touchdown, you get the ball back. So we apologize as we get a squib type kick right up the middle. Trevor Barsamian from his knees just going to reach up and knock that one down to fall on top of it. Smart play there by the up man, and it's actually going to give his team some good field position to work with as they'll start at about their own 27, moving right to left here in this third quarter. So the East still a 7-point lead, 14-7. We are just 14 seconds into this second half, and we've already seen a 90-plus yard touchdown run on a kick return.